Hey YouTube, welcome back to Custom Build Studios. Today we're going to build a PC for the budget of 65k. This PC contains Ryzen 5 3500X paired with GTX 1660 Ti. Let's see how it goes. As I told you, this PC contains Ryzen 5 3500X which has 6 cores and 6 threads, clocked at 3.6 GHz base and 4.1 GHz boost. For advantage, it also has a breath stealth cooler which is completely capable of cooling the CPU under stock conditions. It's based on 7nm TSMC Zen 2 architecture. It's an excellent gaming chip which has 6 cores and 6 threads. For the motherboard, we are using Gigabyte's A320M STOH motherboard. This is an entry-level motherboard which has ton of features. This has HDMI, M.2 slot and 2 RAM slots. It has 6 USB ports for bonus. So it's a good motherboard which can handle even Ryzen 7 at stock conditions. For the RAM, we are using 3200 MHz CL16 16GB kit from XPG, specifically the D30 model. It's a good budget RAM that is like not too expensive but offers good value for money. For the graphics card, we are using NVIDIA's GTX 1660 Ti, specifically Gigabyte's WindForce model. It comes OC out of the box and it has 6GB of GDDR6 memory and NVIDIA's Turing architecture which has NVENC encoder, which is really useful when you record and stream your gameplays. For storage configuration, we are going with 120GB SATA based SSD from Crucial and 1TB Seagate Barracuda hard disk. Here SSD is used to store the OS and other applications like games are stored in the hard disk. For the power supply, we are using Antex VP550 80+ white certified power supply, which comes with 3 years of warranty and it's more than sufficient to power this PC even in stock and even in overclock condition. It comes with black slewed cable which immensely helps in cable management. For the cabinet, we are using Ant Esports 130AG, a mid-tower cabinet which has power supply storage and USB 3.0 at front, which is also great for cable management, and for added bonus it also comes with 120mm rear exhaust fan. When parts are out of the way, let's start the build. I usually start with the cabinet and the power supply and I mount all the discs that are necessary like hard disk and SSD, so that it's a lot easier to build a PC after preparing the cabinet. I wrote all the cables which are necessary before inserting the motherboard inside the cabinet. When cabinet is prepared, let's start the build with the motherboard. So unbox the motherboard and place it in an anti-static box like the cardboard box in which it came in. Unbox the processor with the included heatsink. Lift the detention arm slowly and drop in the processor. You should not apply any force in this step. Later, screw in the cooler diagonally with a Phillips set screwdriver. After mounting the cooler, make sure the fan header of the cooler is attached. Later, remove the clips near the RAM slots and insert the RAM slowly until you hear a click. After installing the motherboard and the processor combo, make sure you install the cooler in the right way so that the AMD logo should be towards the IO part of your motherboard, so that it makes way to install the RAM in the first RAM slot. Or else while using some RAM with heatsinks, you will face some difficulties. After the motherboard part is done, now we have to place the motherboard inside the cabinet. Before placing any part inside the cabinet, make sure you get the IO shield and fit the IO shield properly to the cabinet. We already prepared the cabinet by installing the power supply and storage. We just have to lower the motherboard as down and fit all the screws. Before fitting the motherboard, we have to also take care of the standoffs so that they align properly with the motherboard holes. After installing the motherboard and screwing it in properly, you will have to connect the front panel headers with USB front panel and audio of the front panel. Also need to connect the power cable for the motherboard, which is 24-pin ATX and 8-pin EPS connector for the board. After connecting all those things, you have to connect the storage devices using the SATA connectors. After connection, then it's time to install the graphics card. To insert your graphics card, just unbox the graphics card, remove the bracket which covers your PCI slot on your cabinet, open the latch on your motherboard, insert the graphics card slowly into the first primary slot of your motherboard. After that, if your graphics card requires an external power, insert the required 6-pin or 8-pin power which is required to run your graphics card. It depends on your brand that you buy from the partner and the model that you are going to install 6-pin or 8-pin. After connecting all the cables and inserting the graphics card, it's time to manage the cables. So for the managing of cables, I use zip ties and scissors, and use proper routing holes which is provided inside the cabinet so that the cables won't look messy. And the power supply also helps in this thing because it has black sleeved cables which helps to hide the cables properly. After that, the build is complete. For CPU testing, I use Cinebench R20 paired with hardware monitor in order to monitor temperature and clock speed of the processor. So this processor, everything was working normally in Cinebench R20. It was occasionally crashing. Investigated further and found the processor to be faulty. When I run Intel burn test in ultra and extreme settings, later replace the processor and the PC is working like a charm. For testing the graphics card, I use Unigine Heaven set to ultra settings in Full HD resolution. Our GTX 1660 Ti passed all the tests. When it comes to temperature, idle it was near 40 degrees Celsius under 0 RPM mode. In load it went up to 80 degrees Celsius, which is safe for a GTX 1660 Ti. And we got a nice score, and the graphics card passed all the tests and is completely stable. That's it guys and girls. If you like the content, just like and share, or if you want you can even subscribe. If you want me to build the PC, you can contact me on Instagram, or you can just type Custom Builds Technologies on Google. You'll get all the details. You can even find my phone number if you want. Signing off, this is Kiran from Custom Builds. See you all guys once again. Bye.